Hey everybody, Mark Cunningham with Grace Property Management. Well, this thing just keeps getting crazier and crazier, doesn't it? We've been asked by a lot of different PMs on just kind of some suggestions or things we're doing as it relates to office operations, best practices. So let me quickly share with you a couple aspects of your business that you want to make sure you're addressing with all the stuff going on with the coronavirus aspect as it's impacting our PM businesses. So number one is your office operations. Now, if you're like most PM companies out there, you're having to close down your physical office. But what practices are you putting in place to ensure your operation itself doesn't stop? Hopefully the technology you have allows for your people to work remotely. We're using a lot of Zoom for meetings. We're doing a lot of this type of video things to making sure that our communication is solid, but we've closed our office down. We have somebody going in daily to check the mail, do those types of things that have to be done. But technology should allow you to continue your office operation while you're still closing it down. Now, you need to make sure you let your tenants and your owners know, because you don't want people showing up upset that they can't get a hold of you. So we, for example, on our website even, we have a pop-up. If you go to our website, rentgrace.com, you're going to see this little pop-up. It says, office access closed. In order to ensure the health of our team, visitor access to the Grace Management office is currently closed until further notice. Our office, and this is the important part, our office is still fully functional in all aspects. You may reach us by email or phone. Rent payments may be made online, through here, or through the drop slot. But do this, don't forget to put this on your website. So that a lot of people are going to go to your site to find out if you're still open. Don't make them call you. Just put that pop-up on your website. If you want to see how we have ours, it's rentgrace.com. So after you address your office operational thing, because remember, make sure your team is freaked out there. They want to go home. Secondly, address how your tenants, your current tenants, are still going to be able to pay rent. You want to make sure that for those people that are able to pay, you're able to collect. So for the past, the only way you could pay was through the mail. Now it's not a good time to rely upon that. Hopefully most of your tenants are already paying online. If they're not, now's a great time to get the percentage of folks paying online increased. We're fortunate, we've got like 90% of our tenants paying online currently. Took us a long time to get there, but that makes it easy now for our tenants. They don't have to come in, they don't have to mail it in, they can just pay online. So make sure you're giving your folks a lot of payment options. Send an email out to your people, your tenants, let them know that the office is closed, but remind them how they can pay and promote the idea that now is a great time, if you've never done it in the past, to set up that online rent payment option. Now, last video I sent out was on this, right? Rent payment enforcement. What do you do? Should you evict a tenant given the coronavirus aspect? So I'm not going to get into that right now, but if you didn't watch that prior video, go to our propertymanagementsystem.org website. Look at the videos there. We have a video where we address our policy as it relates to how we're handling this type of thing. Now, I've heard a lot of conversation and communication amongst property managers about this. What level of involvement should the owner have? Should we say, oh, Mr. Tenant, you can't pay your rent because you lost your job? Okay, let me call the owner and see what they want to do. Some PMs are saying, yes, we're going to do that. I don't like that as a potential way to proceed with that. Now, what we want to do ideally is we set the policy. If I call 50 owners and ask them for their opinion on how they want to proceed, I'm suddenly going to have 50 different options and policies I have to put in place for 50 different tenants. Sounds like a nightmare. What I want to do is I want to tell our owners and inform our owners, here is how we are proceeding. Here's what we are doing. This is the policy we are putting in place as it relates to late rent, as it relates to evictions. I'm not going to ask, I'm going to tell. Now, you need to make sure your management agreement gives you that authority. Hopefully it does. You have some things in place there that gives you the ability to determine, to waive late fees, to initiate evictions. The more authority you can have, the better. And this is a classic example of why. Because if you don't have much authority, you now find yourself calling every owner and asking them how they want to proceed. That's a nightmare. We don't want that. So our owner involvement is we're sending our owners notifications of what's going on. We're telling them what we're doing, but we're not asking for their permission. We're not asking for their recommendations. I don't want their opinions because they don't know the laws. They don't know what's transpiring. So we're informing them, but we're informing them of what we're doing, not asking them what they want to do. One thing we did is we sent an email out to all of our owners with some information. If you want to see the actual template email that we sent out, I'm uploading that to our website if you want to download that. So to get that, you need to go to our actual property management company. website, which is rentgrace.com. So go to our website, rentgrace.com. One of the top option tabs is our owner's investor tab. So select our owner investor tab, you pull down to our owner guarantees, and then on that page, if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, there's a download section there. We've got a number of things that people can download. So we will place on that list of downloads, we'll place our coronavirus update to our owners. If you want to download that doc, you can see what we sent to our owners. It's a few days old now and things are changing quickly, but to see how we communicated with them on how we're processing non-payments, how we're handling all these different aspects of business. So feel free to download that if you like it. Number 4, how are you handling repairs and inspections? We've paused our inspections, so we're no longer doing occupied property inspections. We're just hitting a pause button on that. As it relates to repairs, necessary repairs still need to be done, so you need to make sure you're communicating with your vendors to ensure they're comfortable. So if it's a non-necessary repair, it may be best just to pause that for now. So take the work order, ask the tenant if they would prefer to wait 30 days for the leaky sink, and then send somebody in at that point in time. But for necessary things, you've got to remember, you still have to protect the property and protect the tenant and the owner. So when things come up, we need to be sending in people for those emergency repair issues. Number 5, vacancies. This is a tough one. This is a tough one because what are you doing? What we're doing is a couple things. Number 1, we're showing our properties ideally through our video tours, because when a property goes vacant, we do a video tour. We upload it through YouTube. It's a full walkthrough video tour we just do with our iPhones. We post that online. But that is important because at times like this, now when it's more difficult to physically show a property, people can go to the website and they can take a video tour of the property as if they were walking through the property. They can apply through our website. We process and approve them online. They can pay online. It's all done through technology, all done online. That's what you want. But especially as it relates to your vacancies, make sure you're posting videos if possible. If you can't do videos, at least do a lot of pictures on that. This is a good time to be utilizing electronic lockbox, agentless showing options, so that way people can go and view properties at their own option without you having to be there. But make sure that this isn't falling by the wayside, that things are still being shown, things are still being rented from a property status. Now that's just scratching the surface of all the things going on, but there are a couple thoughts for you on different aspects of your business that are probably being edited, altered because of this coronavirus stuff. So we'll get through this. If you've got questions, reach out to us. We'll help any way we can, but keep your head up. We'll get through this.